You know, I really don't want to overstay my welcome, but I promised Paul that I would stay till he picked me up.
You relax. You're not going to leave until John leaves.
Well, at least Andy is seeing more of Paul now. I guess we should be grateful for that.
I just wish he wasn't living with this bimbo.
Look, I think we are handling the situation in the best way possible. And maybe eventually Andy will realize we're not trying to run his life and move back into his own apartment.
Maybe.
You want some more coffee?
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, I'm not sleeping that much these nights anyway.
Would either of you like some coffee?
Oh,
No, thanks.
I'm fine. John, any further word on Lucinda?
No, nothing since Craig called, but then communication in and out of Montega is pretty impossible these days.
Well, at least you know that they're alive and they're all right.
Yeah.
You know, the last news report said that the junta was on the verge of collapse.
Well, would have found out much sooner, or that would have happened much sooner if James Stenbeck hadn't supported that war to keep his drug trafficking. I'm sorry, I shouldn't bring him up, I know.
That's okay, John. I'm used to it. Paul and I live under the curse of that name every single day. Of course, if James hadn't taken up with Emily, this never would... Oh, I'm so sorry. I realized that Emily is Susan's daughter and how close you are to
That's
Susan.
all right. I don't think that Susan is any more responsible for what Emily does than Kim and I are responsible for what Andy does, living with this bimbo.
Hello.
You know her? What?
Well, hi, Hal.
Jeez.
You still in Kentucky, huh? Yes, she is. Hold on.
Thank you. Hello. Oh, boy, this is the nicest thing that's happened to me all day. How's your dad?
Not so good. Lousy, in fact. Margot told me that you were over at Kim's for dinner, so...
When did you talk to Margot?
A few minutes ago, I tracked her down at the Mona Lisa. Because I had to ask her if she'd let you fly Adam down to Alva so Harold can see his grandson before he dies.
The famous Teddy Z, Monday.
Barbara, you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Hal, how could you ask me to do such a thing?
Listen, I wouldn't if there were any other way, believe me, but it looks pretty hopeless. I don't think Harold has any chance of pulling through, so I would like him to see his grandson. Let him know that the family bloodline is going to carry on.
And what did Margot say?
She said she'd talk it over with Tom. Listen, I know that this is really lousy timing for you, but Margot said that Jessica and Benedict took one full day to pick 3 jurors, Barbara. That means the trial's not going to start for at least another 3 days.
All the same, I have to be here for Paul. Greta Aldrin just arrived in town, and Paul has insisted on seeing her, and I know that she's going to try to brainwash him into thinking that his father was some kind of a saint.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know that Greta was back in Oakdale.
How could you, since I have no way of getting in touch with you down there?
Listen, you're upset, so why don't you just take a little while to think it over, okay? Remember, I love you very much.
Yeah, I love you too. And I miss you terribly. Now, please give my love to your sister and your...
Barbara? Honey, is something wrong?
Is Hal's dad worse?
Yes, he is. And Hal has asked me to fly Adam down there so his father can see his grandson before he dies.
Well, it's understandable.
Not to me, it's not.
But honey, if his father is dying...
Well, for crying out loud.
What's wrong?
Am I glad to see you?
See you. I think I get to see you tonight. Here's our boy.
Nice
boy.
I saw Paul down at the Mona Lisa, and he asked me to come by. Do you mind
Good,
if I call
good.
home? I want to see if Julie's there.
Oh, no, of course.
That's what you need.
I certainly can understand why you reacted to Hal's request the way you did. But when he calls back again, don't you think it would be a good idea just to calmly explain your point of view?
Yeah, I guess you're right. You know, Kim, it's just that I thought that I would be pregnant by now and that I would be giving Hal a child in the spring, but my body just doesn't seem to be able to cooperate.
I thought Dr. Samuel said that could all be stress-related.
Yes, she did. But I don't know how I'm going to fix that. I mean, my son is going on trial. Greta Aldrin arrives in town, and he wants to see her. And now Hal asked me to bring his son down to Kentucky.
I understand that Mom's worried about my grandmother being here and me visiting her, but I can't ignore her. I mean, she came a long way to see me.
I'm not saying you should ignore her, but I think you should give your mother's feelings some consideration. But she has very good reasons for the way she feels. You know, Paul, some people are very good at hiding their true motives. It could be that your grandmother's one of them.
You know, my dad was very good at that. You know, he used to tell me that he did everything he did because he loved me so much. Now that so-called love is destroying my life.
No, you can't let it destroy your life. Because then, in some strange way, it would be as though James Stenbeck had the final victory.
You're spending a lot more time here than usual.
Well, your mother invited me over, and Lucinda's still down in Montega, so I accepted, for crying out loud.
What about
Andy,
Susan?
Come on, Andrew. I'm taking this thing one day at a time here. I'm not hurting anybody through my confusion.
Okay, I can understand that. I'm just saying because I get the feeling, you're seeing a lot of Mom. It has to do with me and Julie.
Andy, well, your parents were concerned, you know.
Why can't you see that there's no need for concern?
Because I know Duke's history with this girl.
Dad, open your eyes, all right? I'm happy. I'm happier than I've ever been in my whole life. Doesn't that tell you something?
You don't think you could be happy living in your own apartment, seeing this girl as much as you want on your own?
No. No, I couldn't. I'm gonna call home.
Easy does it, pal.
He gave me a jolt. He's calling home.
I know the feeling.
Hi.
You okay?
Yeah. How about you? Couldn't sleep?
No.
Yeah, me either.
Look, I know you're upset about a lot of things, including my wanting to know my grandmother.
Honey. Look, I know I've always been rather overprotective. It's only because I love you so much. Because I've always tried to make it up to you for having James as a father.
I guess I've always known that. And I also know that you're worried about Hal. His wanting you to bring Adam to Kentucky. I think you should do it, Mom, for Hal's sake. Don't you worry about me.
No, I'm not going to do that. I can't do that now. Besides, I really have no desire to take Adam down there.
Hello? Hal. Hi, we were just talking about you. Me? I'm okay. I'm hanging in. I'm sorry to hear about your dad, though. Yeah. Hang on a sec.
Hi, sweetheart. No, nothing's really changed. I just can't, no. I can't fly down there with Adam. I hope you understand, Hal. Margot